Welcome back, Gil's Garage. Today we're on a 16 Toyota Highlander LE with a 3.5. We're gonna do some rotors and some pads today. Got me some new tools. If y'all remember, I lost this set when I went and picked up the Pontiac. I actually used this as a chalk. I now have a new chalk. So I'll do that again, hopefully. So now we've got this old girl here, so we can go ahead, put that on there. Let's get this old wheel off real quick. That way we can get started. So she got all of 4 off, but that one kind of crazy, but it's okay. It's all right. We'll fix that right now. Pull this bad boy out, grab my 21. 21 is grabbed. And let's see what happens here. Wow, is that not on there? So it makes you wonder, because I thought I did front brakes and back brakes. I started looking back in the GoPro footage. Come to find out, I never posted that video for y'all. We've done the back brakes on this, and I guess we've never done the front brakes. We're going to find out if they're OE right now. Let's get this out of our way for just a second. I usually keep them out of the vehicle just in case they decide to ever fall on me. I won't kill myself. Okay. Well, it looks like roll pack parts, which would have been when I was a GM4 Advance. I mean, this is original, but ooh, we're gonna have fun getting that off. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we got here. Probably a 14. Put that back. Grab this. Make sure that's accurate. It is 14 mil. Turn that to off. Yeah, that came up nice and easy. Sorry for the shakiness, my bad. Now, zip them off with the old cold bolt real quick. Don't tell me I want to tighten. Of course you don't want to tighten. Always want to tighten. The whole thing spin, which is normal. Now, if I wouldn't have just accidentally tightened it, we wouldn't be in this predicament, but that's okay. It's all right. Let me just go. Yep, all right. Let me go get my wrench. Okay, so what I did is I used this to hold on to it while doing it. You really don't have to. I mean, you can use a wrench, but, you know, that will suffice too. So, all right, now I'm gonna work this off real quick. Set this aside. Yes, I do have the little hook that holds it. Do I know where it's at? No, I do not. Oh, look, it still has this little clips on. Cool. Yeah, I really do think this is the right. Now the car has it's 3 miles away from 126,000 miles, which is funny because Mom's car, when she had it before she passed away, she had the 03 Mercury Grand Marquis, you know, the Grand Marquis on the channel. And I remember at 126,005, it's 5 miles over, I did her brake pads, and they still had life left. Oh my God, this one does too. Wow. But see, it says import direct. No, this came from O'Reilly's. He got them from O'Reilly's. Oh, wow. I wonder if I can get money back on those. Huh, we'll find out, I guess. Okay, guys, so real quick, what I think I'm going to do, I'm thinking because they're both import direct, I'm going to go ahead and return them. They're better, actually, import, because I got brake best. And so it's like the medium level one, not the best, but it's the medium level one. But if I can swap those out, warranty them, why not? Import direct's a little bit better anyway. This is a import, you know, it's a Toyota, Japanese, you know what I mean? So I'm going to bust this off real quick. And then we'll bust this off real quick, and then we'll get those off. And then once those are off, we'll take it up real quick to O'Reilly's and get it swapped out. Okay, here we go. this off. Had to get a new tire after we went and got those rims. You probably haven't seen the video yet. It's in the middle of being processed. See, I've got so many videos to show y'all. I do so many shorts, but I've got so many long videos, but I don't get too many likes on long videos, so I haven't been doing them. But hey, if you do like long videos, please subscribe, like, comment down below. Hey, do more long videos. I'll do more. I've got so much cool stuff to show y'all. If y'all are actually interested in going in full length on things, you know, I could have you know, with the truck motor, with that Impala that we did not long ago that I sold, we could have went in full blast. Always then I had enough footage to make a full long, you know, probably 2-hour video on that. So anyway, long story short, just let me know in the comments. Anyway, let's get this put together so I can get those traded out for some import direct. Well, good news is I did get the import direct pads, which I obviously like a lot better. So that's pretty cool. And the new hardware. I know that, so I went in there, and being that I worked there, necessarily, you don't, it's not like AutoZone. AutoZone, you have anything, you can take it back, they'll just return it. Like, if you have normal wear, they'll return your brake pads. If you know someone, they're being nice. I mean, do they have to do that? I guess not, but they do it all the time. So, but when I went in here, these were actually cracked. I should have videoed it down the middle of the actual pad. Like, you could see the crack going like this, like kind of like diagonal like this. Because of that, that's considered an imperfect, or you know, a warranty defect. So got new ones, returned the other ones, and that's going to give me money going toward my new battery for the 77 pickup. She needs a battery of her own. Anyway, let's continue. This is a dual piston setup. We're going to have to press those in. First of all, I got to get a 17 millimeter. That's the size of the bolts that hold the bracket on. Let's get the bracket off and go from there. Okay, so I got one off. Let's get this last one off here. I always start on the bottom one. That way the top one won't like just fall on me. So now this is off. Now I got to find something to set it. We're about to get this worked off, but I'm going to have to find something to put this on. Now, sometimes I'll just hang it like this. I don't really like to do that, but because there's always a watch. I promise you, it'll end up falling clean because I'm going to have to literally press this off. So let's go find some bolts that's going to fit this so that we can just get it off. Otherwise, we're going to be fighting, you know, beating on this all day long. So, okay, here we go. Now, I've got both of those off of there. Should be come on, should be a 10 or, oh, no, I was wrong. Is it metric or something? Yeah, okay, so it's 11. That's fine, that's fine. Okay, now, we're going to slowly, and I mean slowly, try. All right, there's one. What's going on here? Was this the wrong size or something? Felt right. You're gonna ruin it. Obviously that's wrong, so don't do what I did. Make sure you have the right size bolt. I thought I got lucky, but obviously I didn't. Let's try again. It's gonna be that right size, you know what I mean? So I didn't mess this one up too bad. We're gonna find out. Let me see, what is it? Was it 12? And yeah, okay. See what happens here. Here we go. They're not that long either, but they're right. Here we go. A little bit here, a little bit there. And here we go, pop! Do a little bit each time. There we go. Scares the shit out of me every time, but it's all right. Here we go. There she is. And that's how you get that off. Now, Let's inspect this, make sure everything looks okay. See, I even hitting back there, I didn't even hit it. So that was a waste, whatever, it's off. Of course, I'm gonna need those bolts back for the other side, so we're gonna unloosen them off. Okay, those are now off and ready for the other side, so let's go to the other side so we can start getting everything back together. See, guys, this is what I mean, like, you know how much they would charge you to do rotors and pads? I guarantee you they'd call it for a 2-hour job at $130 an hour. I mean, you're probably $250 to $500 in that range. You can do this in 2 hours in your driveway. It is not that hard. Yes, I have a lot of tools here, but you saw what I've touched. Honestly, realistically, I could have done that with a 4-way to get the tire off. One jack, I could have used a scissor jack. I could use that $8 block, back that's $8 block to block it, right? Okay, so a 4-way, a scissor jack, and then this $100 tool set right here is used for everything. They've got cheaper ones, because all I've used so far is a 14, a 17, and then a 13 millimeter for the little nuts to press it off. Put the new parts on. Oh, and then you can rent to get your money back. It's like 40, 50 bucks. You can rent the tool to press the caliper in and get your money back. So, I mean, literally super, super simple. Anyone can do this if you know how to do basic math, basic tools. I mean, it's common sense, lefty loosey, righty tighty, things like that. So, let's get the caliper off. Okay, now, like I said, I usually start on the bottom one on these. I'm sorry, I start on the top and I get it 75% of the way out. 75%, because you go all the way, it'll fall, right? So 75% on the way out, right? So 75%, then all the way on the bottom, you pull the one all the way on the bottom out. Now when you pull the one on the bottom all the way out, it's not going to move because it's held on the top. So that way, you've got one, and then all you got to do is do 1, 2 turns, and that's off. That way you don't have bolts everywhere, you know what I mean? Bam, bing, bang, bam. Put those there so you don't lose it. Here we are, right back to where we was. We're gonna put this up here so it does not get damaged. Make sure you do it in a way that does not bind up your line. The point of doing this is so you don't put stress on your line. Now, go ahead and put these in place. I'm definitely gonna keep these. I always lose these. Glad I had a set that was handy today. Okay, now. It's gonna pop on me. Same thing, you want to grab, the rotors, so then, oh, there, it's already popping on me. That's good though. Yeah, see, that one's easy one. Sometimes they're a lot harder than this, so they're not always this easy, but for the most part they are. We've got the rotors off, we got the calipers off, we've got new pads, we've got new hardware. Let's go ahead and grab these old girls. All right, here we go. Let's get this caliper bracket back on. So let's take these off. She's gonna line up just like this. I know it looks backwards, but it's not. Trust me. Then we're gonna slowly get the bolt in. Come on. All right, now that you got your bracket on and you got the new rotors ready to go, it's time to press in the dual piston. Ooh, I don't have an old brake pad to use, do I? So now let's start off by getting those pressed in. Once those are both pressed in, we can then begin to change the hardware, lay the pads, and then we will then have the brake. We'll have the stoppers ready to go and put the circles back on and call her a day. Obviously, you want to always open your brake reservoir. Now, normally I always use the old pad, but we had to return the pad. So I'm gonna have to use this. I can't find an old pad, so let's see. Hopefully I don't damage it. All right, now we've got it pushed in, flushed. Yeah, it made a mark on the pad, but guess what? When you push on the brake, it's gonna make a mark too, but whatever. So I'm taking off right now. There's a new hardware replaced there. I'm taking this old one right here off real quick so that we can replace the hardware. Come on, old girl, without cutting me up. There we go. So take that out. No. this one back in. Put this one back in place. Now that we have it back in place, we can take one of the new pads. Go ahead and lock her in like. So you're gonna have to use this to re-gap that, then push this one in like that. All right, make sure everything looks flush and good. It does. Let's put in the back one now. But you gotta do the same thing. You gotta pull off that hardware off real quick without hopefully cutting yourself like I've done twice. And then once you put that on, you've got that on, that's gonna slide on. You're gonna put the two 14mm bolts in. Okay, now we have both new in, both pads on. We're gonna now take this out, messing up the cable. Slowly slide her in place. Man, I'll tell you what, those sliders don't feel like they're sliding as much as I think I'd like them to, honestly. Great. This is where we're gonna have this is what's gonna suck, because it's like okay, so this is the part, being a mechanic, that sucks. You gotta make the choice. I always do the right thing. Some people don't. Some people say, you know what, I'm done with the job, I got things to do, got other jobs to do, send it. No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna take these back off. Pull this back out of the way like this, and then we need to find out why these are not sliding. There we go. Now that's better. Maybe the grease is over time hasn't. Okay. Because you gotta have some buoyancy in there, or it's just not gonna, you know what I mean? It's not gonna work. Okay, that feels a lot better. Question is, now that it feels better and it moves, that's original grease. Do I take the time and pull them out and re-grease them? Maybe. Because also you gotta understand, when you break into these, you're gonna be introducing dust and dirt in there, which could actually make it worse. So you always gotta make sure everything is super mega clean. So give me just a sec, let me pull one off. All right, let me see if I have grease first. If I have grease and I decide I want to do it, then we'll pull it off. Lather this up with some grease so that, you know, she can slide correctly and do her jobs. Come on now. There you go. That's what I need. Make sure there's no dirt in it or anything, even though it looks like crap. It's going to be better than what was in there. So, all right, let's get this back on. Yes, it took some time, but it's okay. I mean, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So now let's get this back in place. Should be easy now to move these things. Yes, yes, yes. There we are. You don't want too much pressure, so I'll get this bottom one tightened by hand, and that way the top will not be so bad. There you go. So that's better. Less tension on the top, goes in easier. Now this should be able to, yeah, it moves back and forth a lot better. That was a 14. Oh, it's been in the sun, a little hot. Now you don't have to crank these down, you know, 25 foot-pounds, you know, just a good oomph. She's golden. Now, that one's done. So we're gonna now move back. Don't always, you don't want to forget these though, like I just did. So see, I just screwed up. See, it happens to the best of us. So now I gotta take these off. I also forgot to put these on. So you can see mistakes happen to all of us. Now I actually gotta stop what I'm doing, pull all this back apart, and put this back together the correct way. I got ahead of myself. Okay, so I've pressed that in. Yes, I had to do it again. I hate using the brake pad, but sometimes you gotta do a good job. I've already got the hardware already off. This is really good hardware. I don't even think I'm gonna grease it. I've got to find my brake clean though, because I made a little boo-boo on there. Not boo-boo, but you know, it's dirty. I want to make sure everything was clean. So we got to go through here. I normally don't use these. They're the indicators. It's my grandmother's. I mean, unless I were to die, I mean, and no one were to actually check her stuff and, you know, actually do true maintenance to the car, you know what I mean? Maybe not. But no, I'm not going to do it. I'll do it on a customer's car, but not me and my grandmother's car, just because, you know, it's high roll. I mean, oh, why not, Blake? That's just, well, they're a pain to get on. They destroy your rotor if you do go too far by accident. I mean, of course, if you go to metal, metal's going to destroy it anyway. So either way, they both destroy it. So, but long story short, let's get the new clips put in real quick. I've got a couple of customers I do got to see at some point today. I got a lot of little things to do. So let's get this finished up, and then we'll go from there. Now that the hardware's in, we're going to actually go ahead and start putting the pad. I'll put this ugly one in the back. One's in the back. Push that down. One in the front. Now that the pads are on, we can go ahead and use these. They go in these little holes up here, and this is kind of hard. And when you actually have it on, then you want to take your thing like this and quickly. I've already greased this side, so all we gotta do now is, I see that. Damn, why are they still so tough? Best you can, I should say. Preferably without cross-threading it, that'd be nice. Let's see. Yeah, this one does not want to go in. Huh. Well, I really don't want to force it. Tighten this up. Oh, no. That was that 13 to get the thing off. Okay, that's fine. 13 back. This back. Those need to go up. I bet it's this one here. It should be the 14. Yep. Alright, I'll have to use something to tighten that up with. Long story short, I'm going to tighten those two up, brake clean it, put the wheel on, we're going to go bed them in. Alright, so we officially got the car back together, got the chalk out. Now, I want to give you all an example real quick. So, let's say this is a normal customer, I charge $200, right? Now, if you were to take this to, let's say Take Boys or Pet Boys, on average, if there's nothing wrong and only just the pads and the rotors, it would be $499. They have a special, so about $500. Now, I'm pretty sure that is with the parts. So basically I can get it done for about $300. So you still save like, $200, but still, when you have someone like me that has a reputation of doing a good job, unlike these people, I mean, I've gotten Tape Boy stuff back and like finding tools up underneath my car, thinking, why are they going that fast? I mean, I get, and they have a quota, they have flagged hours, I understand that, so they've got to make their money, they've got to do what they got to do, so sometimes things happen, I get that, but it's like, that's why in the beginning I stopped going to shops, because it didn't matter what shop it was, every time I go, I just have a bad experience. And then when I realized it's not really that hard. I mean, it's hard, it's time consuming, and it can be frustrating sometimes, and you got to have the right tools a lot of times, but there's a lot of little things I can teach you all that you can actually do on your own to save yourself some money. And if it is bigger, then I understand, take it to the shop or call someone like me, but there are a lot of little things you can definitely save some money on. So I hope this video really helps. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps my channel out. Like I said earlier if you want me to start doing fuller videos instead of just short, just down in the comments, let me know.